Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining me. This is Game God Fluent, bringing you episode 4 of Let's Play Queen's Wish: The Conqueror. Good news, you can now see the game full screen in all of its glory. So I apologize, I finally caught on to that, what I was doing wrong. Today we're going to go ahead and talk to Sage Harlan. What information may I provide, Prince? I have obtained supplies and soldiers for you. I'm here on a mission from Queen Sharon. So I gathered, your butler mentioned something about rebuilding this lost colony. It is long overdue. I can provide much information and guidance in your quest. All I need to know is the path you plan to follow. I will restore this colony and begin peaceful trade with the nations of Sacramentum. That is a relief. As much as I enjoy studying the nations here, they are still vassals of Haven. While the behavior has earned a stern punishment, if you wish to show mercy, we will learn from your wisdom. Want to know more about the loss of this colony? Yes, the calamity. I have given much time to studying this event. When Haven's control of Sacramentum seemed secure, for a period of 3 years we were afflicted by a majestic and vicious curse. It was our ruin. What form did the curse take? Great misfortune. Our crops died, our animals sickened, our wells dried up. Every scrap of Haven land stopped producing what was needed for life. Seeing our weakness, the 3 nations expelled our troops and closed their borders. Must have involved incredible magic. Incredible, awesome, unprecedented, far beyond anything Sacramentum should have been capable of. I will help you with your investigations. I think it will be worth your time. Sometimes a rare merchant comes to Fort Haven bearing messages. Some of these messages offer knowledge about the calamity. I've been unable to contact the senders. You can, though. The most recent message, and maybe the most useful, came from a mage named Elon. He seems to be a wealthy researcher in the Vol. It would be interesting to hear what he has to say. What do you most want to know? The answer to the biggest mystery: who caused the calamity, and who ended it? If we know this, we might be able to learn how to prevent it from happening again. Where is this Elon? The message was oddly unclear. Simply said Sage Elon of a quarry of the Central Vol. Are you sure Elon is still alive? No, even if you find that this clue leads to nothing valuable, that is still helpful. I have another question. I don't know about the loss of the colony. Could you tell me about the lands of Sacramentum? There are 3 nations here, the Vol, Uka, and Ariel, all of which signed treaties with Haven giving us certain privileges, all of which reneged on their promises. If you visit our battalion in Haven lands near each nation, they can tell you much more. Tell me about Ukat. The swamps to the west, rich with iron, a strange, angry people. They have excellent weapons and vicious warriors, but they are dirty and poor, with a long history of being abused and raided by the Vol and Ariel. They are full of resentment and quick to take insult. They are also pathetically easy to win over with even the slightest bit of respect. Who are the Ariel? That's important information. The denizens of the thick forests to the east. A strange, remote people, skilled in magic, protective of their privacy, and unbelievably arrogant. They're wealthy and their leaders drink elixir. These potions made from quicksilver give them long life, magical protection, and, inevitably, madness. That these people also lead the nation makes it very unstable. How about the Vol? A strong nation, stoneworkers who have built powerful cities in the mountains to the south. There are 2 classes of note there, the Maska and the Owen. The Owen are people who fell into debt and were put into lifelong servitude. These are marked by lines tattooed on their faces. The Maska own the Owen. To gain power there, one must be a Maska. Also, the number of Owen has increased greatly, and rebellion is always close. Queen Sharon granted great advantage among the Maska by helping them control the Owen. What is the status of Haven lands? Alas, I am not sure. There have been so many raids, so many bandits, so many plagues, that I can't be sure. The effects of the calamity have faded, but they left us weak. There is much we don't know about the status of our lands. If only someone could leave our fort, visit the 6 survey points, and look around, we would know that much that we didn't. He looks at you meaningfully. What are survey points? Standard Haven procedure all around all of our vassal states. They are places scouts routinely go to survey the status in the lands we control, directly or indirectly. Where are the survey points? They are all next to the water, so we can survey both land and sea. There are 6 of them, 2 by each of the 3 nations of Sacramentum. If you visit the 3 battalions waiting outside those nations, you should find 1 survey point if you go right, and 1 if you go left. You may also find valuable things that make such a tedious exercise worth your time, such as you explore the outdoors, you will find the occasional cache of building supplies. Once you have located it, when you return to one of Haven's forts, workers can be sent out to claim the supplies and bring them here for your use. I have another question. I could use some information. Of course, you may wish to know about the soldiers that have come under your control. Also, I'm sure you're interested in the portal downstairs. It is a great resource. How did you come to be here? Oh, it is a long story. I would hardly waste your time. Tell me. I was sent here by the Queen to study the 3 nations of Sacramentum, to learn about their cultures, resources, and opportunities for profit. Then the calamity happened. Early on, this fort's scribe died of an illness. I asked to come home. Instead, I was told that I could best serve Haven by helping to run this fort. I have done so, studying the colony and the calamity as best I could, while watching it crumble. That is all. How can I restore the portal home? It must be fueled. To carry you home, it simply needs to be infused with quicksilver, a fair amount of quicksilver. Once this is done and you feel it timely, you can use the portal to return home. Where can I get so much quicksilver? It is a rare and precious substance, but Sacramentum has much of it. You can capture mines, you can loot the stuff from our enemies, you can even trade for it. You will, however, have to leave this fort and explore. Tell me about Haven's military. They will be a great resource to you. The 3 nations of Sacramentum closed their borders to us after the calamity. Our soldiers need to force their borders open and keep them open. There is much our soldiers can do and much they can't. We are powerful and weak. We are powerful and weak? Haven will never have enough soldiers to command the world. Instead, we make the 3 nations of Sacramentum our vassals. We find people in each nation who will rule it to our benefit. Then we use our highly skilled and trained warriors to make it happen. They are a powerful, precise weapon. It is up to our leaders, to you, to direct it with maximum efficiency. How is our army organized? You have 3 battalions at your disposal, 1 camped by each nation. Each is commanded by a general. Each contains around 400 of Haven's finest soldiers. You have a full 400 soldiers for each vassal nation. You are reassured. The odds are very much in your favor. Who do I talk to make things happen? Go to each battalion and speak with the general in charge. He or she will be able to give you information on the situation and make suggestions for how each nation might be entered. Once inside, you will need to explore, rebuild our forts, make the correct diplomatic connections, and figure out what must be done to bring our vassals to heel. That's all for now, thanks. Interesting stuff. Let's go rest. Very good, very good. You awake from a long, restful sleep in the closest thing you have to a home here. You find a note by the bed. Stonehouse has been working to get a ding polished out of your weapon. Curse the brigand whose skull left that mark. We can turn this stuff into gold. So let's do so. Alright. Oh wait, Miranda, do you have anything for us? I don't think so. Right, we're probably going to head to the Serpent Quarry south in the Vol region. Let's see if we can build another building. Two buildings, sure. Then we come in, buy buildings and shops. There we go. Nice bed for your staff to rest in. Huh, does this stuff matter at all? Makes everyone think you're smart. Interrogator, well. Campfire. Container, rune. Can't actually build any buildings since we don't have any wood. Alright, good to know. Now let's go check our equipment. And maybe buy some armor and stuff. One sec, guys. Alright, we're back. Let's go ahead and see what kind of equipment we can check out here. We can go ahead... Well, rather than improve a weapon or armor right now, let's see what we can buy that's improved. Let's see. First of all, oops, let's actually sell. Let's go ahead and sell the leather vest for 5, the bronze spear for 6, that for 3. Arcane weapon. Wow, neat. But these are tier 2 arcane gear. You can't use these, or do we need not enough magic skills to use? You need to build more shops of this sort to make this item. Okay. Okay. Let's just go ahead and buy a regular weapon. Oh, this does an attack to the person and then 6 to 12 physical damage to a foe near the target, but a 25% chance of that happening. We'll go ahead and keep that though. I guess I'll go ahead and buy a rapier, steel rapier for 30. Yes. And let's go ahead and put that on. And sell this. Now let's try to install augments and runes. Hit chance. Oh wait, we want to buy runes from the apothecary. Make runes. Let's see. Shock rune. Magical damage. I can make the weapon do magical damage. Or +1 to physical damage. Strength rune. We have 2 hit chance runes. And a healing augment. Would be nice to add 1 to physical damage. Let's see what augments we can make. Physical armor. Blessing duration. Healing bonus. I'd actually like to see... Okay. Alright, there's no hit chance stat that I can see. Is there? Oh, it's a hit bonus. There's no actual hit chance, though. Nobody has it to hit bonus. Okay. So I think I'm going to get a strength rune. And install that. Let's go ahead and pick that up and give that to you. I'll use the Deadeye. The 8% healing bonus is going to go to you too. I don't think I'm going to make any augments right now. That's enough what I want to do there. Just trying to maximize some things that I can do here. Probably sell a hit chance Deadeye rune. Okay. Now let's install. you. We want to install the strength rune. Okay, we're done. Now this does 7 to 15, plus 1 physical damage. Doesn't cost anything to install the runes. That's good to know. We'll go ahead and install the hit chance rune there. And then for an augment, we'll go ahead and install the healing bonus. Now let's actually try to buy armor. Bronze scale armor. 10% speed penalty. I don't like that. So we're fine here. Helmet though. Absorbs 25% damage up to 3 physical, 1 magic, 30. Fine leather helm absorbs 20% up to 3 and 2. Worth 40. What is this? Are those some sort of resources it takes to make? I don't know. We just have leather caps. Three physical, 1 magic, 3 physical, 2 magic. Would be a good idea to get you a fine leather helm. Put that on. Give the leather cap to you. You have decent magical armor. Give you a healing potion. Okay. 10% stun resist, but 10% speed damage. It does absorb 5 physical. I have a leather vest. You have leather armor. Oh, those are the stats on it. 3 physical, 2. Yeah, 4 physical, 2 magic. 5 physical, 2 magic. 10% stun resist. I'm going to buy the bronze scale armor for me. Then we're going to sell some stuff. Sell the leather vest. Okay. I don't know why everybody's a little bit hurt. That is all. We have 5 gold left. So I'm going to F3. No, I don't want to load that. I want to F3. There we go. And basically, we're ready to head. Gather supplies. The Wily Ariel journey to the Volhaven survey. Studying the calamity. Special items, current quest, journal. Wait, I thought I didn't record the vol. Oops. Let's go get that information about the vol again. Okay, here we go. Let's record that. About the Owen and the Mosca and stuff. I don't know how I'm going to deal with him yet. We're going to go south. Let's go ahead and head out. Haven report. The Haven forts and mines generate losses from theft. Theft chance 20%. Dang. Total change. UCAT report. You have no earnings from UCAT yet. Rebuild one of your forts there to begin collecting. Yeah, nothing from Paul or Ariel. Some refills at the end of this 2-day period. Okay. Sign says the Vol South. Who's this? There is a traveler's camp here. One merchant is sitting by the fire, keeping watch over a wagon loaded with bricks. When she sees you, she runs up and kneels. Prince, I heard rumors you arrived. I was taking these bricks to Fort Haven, but the roads are heavy with bandits. Send them to Fort Haven. She looks at the road. Now that the fort is reclaimed, I will take the risk. Fortune willing, the bricks will be at Fort Haven soon. You can often find caches of supplies in the outdoors. When they are secured, your workers will fetch them for you, and they will automatically be available for use when you return to a fort. You have gained 1 brick. I did that because I figured the roads were safe. This is a large farm, still intact and well maintained. However, it is quiet. No smoke rises from the chimneys. Chickens and pigs wander loose untended. Search it. You explore the farm. It has recently been abandoned. Conditions got too bad in the colony for farmers to stay out here, so far from a fort. You find some linens and silverware, but everything of real value is gone. Okay, there's good exploration. This is a large trading camp where merchants used to gather close together for business and safety. It has been abandoned for a few years. Nobody wants to be out here exposed to the roaming bandits. If all goes well, it will soon be full of traders again. Okay, who are these people? A band of armed Vol soldiers march up and down this road. They aren't hostile. After giving you a good look, they salute and move past you. Greet them. You speak to the band of warriors. Their sergeant speaks for them. Greetings, have a night. Greetings, have a night, she says. If you have a moment, can you help us? What do you need? We are Vol hunters. We're looking for escaped Owen. We can pay a bounty if you have seen any near here. Escaped Owen? Owen are Vol who agreed to enter lifetime servitude to another Vol. Sometimes they change their minds and flee. The rebellion inspires them. We then pay bounties for their return. Are you often helped? Yes, Queen Sharon agreed to support the Mosca decades ago. Your warriors once often helped us find lost Owen. This was a while ago, though. I can't help you. We thank you for your time. She gives you a friendly nod and they head off. The sign says Vol Border. This Haven settlement was once huge and busy and loud. There are the rotting remains of inns and bars and trading halls. Rowdy merchant caravans pass through here on the way to buy the precious stone and stonework of the Vol. Now it is abandoned. There are a few patrols wandering around fresh from Haven. Your mother wants all this brought back to life. You have to admit it's quite a dream. The pass to the Vol is to the south. It is a massive stone fortification. You see cook fires rising from within. A full battalion has arrived here ahead of you, ready to open your way to the vassal state. Is this the battalion? Stand still. There is a pack of fresh, eager Haven soldiers watching the road to the Vol. They are all young, probably on their first posting to a colony, eager for adventure and advancement. They salute you as you approach. What is your status? All is well, Prince. We're eager to bring the Vol back in line. What are your current orders? Keep the supply lines to Fort Haven open. Watch for escaping Owen and other refugees, but not to bother them unless they bother us. That's the sum of what the general said. The Vol give you any trouble? When we get close to their fort to set up camp, someone fired arrows at us from the ramparts. Our mages and archers silenced them quick enough. Where's the rest of your battalion? The South Battalion is to the south, camped just outside the Vol fortifications. The general had to set up camp. Now she's waiting for you. Who is your general? General Aquila, Prince. She's waiting for you before she opens the way to the Vol. She's eager to speak with you. Carry on. Gladly, Prince. We'll make the Vol obey their contract. Okay? Wait, we can't talk to them. Discovered the Vol gates. Haven soldiers. Cody. You have reached the northern border of the Vol. The weather grows hotter the farther south you travel. The Vol is a scorching, sandy land, full of tough, serious people. The pass into the Vol is blocked by an enormous stone fortress, a combination castle, trading post, and defensive barrier. The Vol gates exist both to keep invaders out and to keep the poor Owen of this land in. You have found another of your battalions, freshly arrived from Haven. There are rows of tents to the west and piles of supplies to the east. They are trapped outside the massive closed gates of the fortress. A guard kneels and bows his head. Welcome to the South Battalion. A lot of us are out securing the area. General Aquila is waiting for you. He points to the west. Let me go ahead and light a smoke. Let's grab this chest, I guess. A healing potion. We'll give that to you. Cody the Quartermaster. You join the Quartermaster of the South Battalion as he goes about his work, his dog at his side. He kneels. Welcome, Prince. I'm a loyal man of Haven. Please let me know how I can help. He gets up and kneels again. Sorry, I am Cody. He rises again. He is plainly nervous around royalty, but he calms down quickly when he returns to the piles of supplies. As they bake in the sun, he carefully examines each crate and barrel, running his fingers over the goods, looking for any sign of rot or infestation. You are Quartermaster here. I have that honor. General Aquila picked me personally. She knows who's going to keep things regular. Says I'm a natural Quartermaster. The General also told me to give you information. You have information for me? I keep track of things. I get a lot of books and maps, histories of campaigns in Sacramentum. I make sure to look at them. I know stuff that might be useful. The Vol is a big place, after all. You're a natural Quartermaster? That's what the General says. He picks up a leather jerkin and holds it reverently. I'm just good with things. This jacket, if it's looked after right, it might save a life. I guess I just never forget that. I like my job. Only one thing that would make it perfect. And what would be perfect? I keep the supplies. I don't keep the books. I get them and then I have to hand them to Rusty, the records keeper. And he gets angry. What is Rusty's problem? He's very sensitive about the battalion's papers. Never lets me look at them. He knows I'll treat them with all the respect they deserve, but, well, fair is fair. I wouldn't let him look after my breastplates either. So tell me about yourself. He instantly grows guarded. He pets his dog as he talks. I'm a loyal soldier, Prince. You can rely on me. I volunteered for this mission. This is where I want to be. I can be fully here. Fully myself here. It's not always like that in Haven. You're not comfortable in Haven. He shakes his head. I mean no offense. It's just that it's only out here that I can be fully myself. He wipes off his brow. Wish it wasn't so hot, though. You are allowed to bring your dog. The General likes dogs, if they're properly trained, and Oscar here certainly is. He rubs Oscar's belly. What is it about being on the frontier? We have problems out here. Real problems. Real danger. We're all trusted to do our best, and we all have to rely on each other. It all matters. It makes other things that matter less, fall away. The General understands that. That's why she picked me. How does the General see you? She sees me like she sees all of us. We're pieces in her machine. A big machine run by her. A perfect machine. She sees me as a really good piece, and she treats me like that way. She can be hard to like, but she is the best. Like me, in my way. I have another question. You say you have valuable information. I do. However, none of it will do any good until someone has found their way to the other side of the Vol gates and met a Vol envoy. You're a quartermaster here. Seen any action since you got here? Some rebels were hiding in the gates when we arrived. They were in the upper windows. They were foolish enough to shoot at us. We returned the favor, and we were better. Since then, things have been quiet. Can I get some supplies? Well, of course, Prince, but he leans forward and runs his fingers over the arm of your armor. This is better than anything I've ever had to give out. I don't have anything to offer you. But wait, he points at a crate behind him. I think there's an enchanted flask in there for the scouts and explorers, which you are, I guess. Think it'll be useful. Please take it. Okay, we all did this. That's all for now. Oscar, Mark. Alright, let's go see the general. Rusty, General Aquila, and some books. Okay, interesting. Let me go ahead and F3. See how long we've been playing. 31 minutes. We can still continue. Let's go ahead and read these books quickly. The Vol, an introduction. The Vol is a rocky, mountainous land in the southwest corner of Sacramentum. The Vol people are... Let me just turn my auxiliary fan on here. The Vol people are builders and stoneworkers, makers of massive halls and imposing fortresses. The Vol are not aggressive warriors, preferring instead the safety of their mountain keeps. Their merchants and builders roam all over the continent. For haven, the Vol Masca, the owners in Volish, provided luxurious stone goods, fine carvings, semi-precious stones, and polished marble. Haven's ships carried these Vol goods to the known lands and sold them at a great profit. In return, Haven provided military aid to help the Vol Masca maintain their unstable nation. This was necessary because the Vol Owen, those who owe lifetime servitude to the Vol Masca, constantly threat to rebel. Treaty of vassalage between Haven and the Vol, year 459. Here is outlined the vassalage contract between the mighty empire of Haven and the Vol, between King Kale of Haven and the Council of Thoblin, elected representatives of the Vol Masca. Haven declares that the Vol is a favored vassal with all protections included. An attack on the Vol is an attack on us. Thieves and rebels in the Vol are an offense to Haven and will be removed. Full trade between our powers is guaranteed. As the Vol is favored, it will receive all due benefits and conflicts between it and other states of Sacramentum. Haven will also help the Vol to quell any rebellion of the class commonly known as the Vol Owen. In return, the Vol grants Haven full movement in their territories and full consultation on any political matters. Land for 2 forts will be provided for Haven, and the Vol will protect the security of these lands. This agreement will last as long as Haven and the Vol exist as independent peoples, so agreed in sacred bond by both parties in the year 459. Important to record that. How not to get hit, a tactical guide. The military of Haven is rich in healers of both the magic... We've already read that one. Let's talk to Rusty. You meet the records keeper for South Battalion. He is trying to keep all of his ledgers and scrolls organized and intact in this hot, dusty cave. It is leaving him in a constant state of low-level rage. Fortunately, he knows enough to keep his anger under control when he sees you. Greetings, Prince. He remembers to kneel. I am Rusty. I keep the history of the battalion. General Aquila told us you are coming. I am honored. What do you keep track of for South Battalion? Everything that might be kept on paper, orders, ledgers, and of course, the battalion history. You also keep the history. He reverently opens a polished wood crate, revealing a stack of dusty, leather-bound books. This is called the South Battalion for now. Its true name is the Home Army, 2nd Battalion. We have served Haven for centuries. My father and 2 of my uncles served in the Home 2nd. Do all battalions keep a history? Of course, it is a source of pride. However, almost none of them have as storied a record of service as we do. What is the Home Army? It was the first army of Haven, the oldest, tasked with protecting the borders of our small country from invasion. Haven has great influence, but our actual homeland is not large. As you know, of course. The home army does go on expeditions, of course. Sometimes it spares a battalion for a mission of great significance. So this mission is important. Of course, you, Prince of Haven, are here. That says that the expedition to Sacramentum is of the greatest importance. Queen Sharon has communicated that she cares greatly about settling unfinished business here. Appearing beside you, General Aquila clears her throat. That is enough of that, Rusty. I need that report I asked for. Rusty apologizes and returns to his work. Like to see your papers. Rusty shudders in horror. But of course. You are the prince. This all belongs to you. You can touch all of it if you want to, even with dirty fingers if you wanted to. Wipe off your hands. You clean off your hands. Rusty nods with appreciation. Then he notices a speck of dirt you missed and he winces. Look at the records. Yes, they are records. Lots of records. Rows of numbers lined up one after another. It gives you a flashback to the interminable lessons your mother's tutors forced onto you. Add this, subtract that, endlessly. You wince and turn away. And General Aquila. You meet a General of Haven. Her armor bears rows of decorations, speaking of service all over the known lands. Her skin is deeply tan and leathery, and she isn't bothered at all by the baking sun shining on her. When she looks at you, she's hard to read. She's been fighting battles for many years, yet she is bound to almost whatever you say. She stands and sizes you up, then she kneels. I am General Aquila. Welcome, Prince, to the South Battalion. We are ready to fight. Port, General. Aquila gives you a little nod, like she is quietly judging you. She says, We have made camp and secured the area. We are close to opening the gate into the fortress. When it is open, you will have access to the Vault. We took some arrow fire when we arrived, but we dealt with that decisively. Then she rises and takes her seat. They attacked us. There were some brigands in the fort when we arrived. The sort of parasites that always appear in a war. They fired arrows at our scouts when they arrived. We blasted the windows with mage fire, quickly evened out the situation. What is happening in the Vault? Rebellion. We learned that much from Vault and the roads during the march here. The Moscas hold on the Vault, and their Owen was unstable when the calamity happened and Haven left. In our absence, the Owen entered full rebellion. The Mosca and the Owen. The Mosca are the rich, the owners and masters. The Owen are people who fall too far into debt. They make up for it by signing their lives away to serve a Mosca. Queen Sharon valued this vassal. They are very profitable for us. She helped the Mosca keep power in return for gold and stone. So the Owen are slaves. I would not use that word in the Vault. The Owen hate it because they still have their pride, even if they lost their freedom. The Mosca hate it because it makes them seem like what they are. Important to note. Is everyone in the Vault an Owen or a Mosca? No, many in the Vault don't own an Owen and are not poor enough to be an Owen. However, since Haven left, the Mosca have grown richer and richer and forced more and more of the people to become Owen. The free folk are scared, thus rebellion. So what should I do? The Vault have a treaty with us. You may read a copy nearby. They promised us land, trade, and tribute. They stopped giving it after the calamity. The Queen wants what our people are owed. Who sent you here? She sits up straight and proud. I was nearing retirement, but then Queen Sharon summoned me. She personally selected me for this mission, as she valued the Vault as vassals so much. She also, I believe, wanted the best here to advise and serve you. She thought my unworthy self was the best choice. I am not my mother. I am a prince, and I will do what I see fit. General Aquila is appropriately chastened. Of course, Prince. I am sorry if I seem too familiar. I have a lot of advice of how to pacify a rebellious vassal. A lot of experience. I hope you will honor me by listening. South Battalion is here, eager to get to work. Why were you sent to Sacramentum? Queen Sharon wanted the soldiers sent to the Vault to have a strong leader. Normally, a general doesn't command a mere battalion, but this is a very special case. She values the Vault. You have a long record. I do. She rattles off a list of vassals, rebellions, conquests, and victories, taking place on all of the continents of the known world, stretching back to before you were born. You managed to look like you were paying attention through the whole thing. Tell me more about you. I am a soldier of Haven. You start to ask for some elaboration, but you decide against it. She's a private person, or maybe her job is all of her identity. What do you think of the Vol? A wealthy, prosperous people, very honor-bound, very serious. There's much to admire in them. That is why the Queen gave them favored status, I am sure. A pity about their current rebellion. Fortunately, such weakness tends to the advantage of Haven. What do you think of the Owen and the Mosca? The Mosca are wealthy and vulnerable, thus making them very useful to Haven. The Owen have proven to be competent warriors, and they feel theirs is the moral cause. This can make them useful allies as well. Which side would you help if you could choose? You are trying to trick me into making a moral judgment. I have seen too many vassals and allies for that. I have seen lands full of cruelty and bizarre practices that can be shocking. For me, the Mosca and Owen are just two groups of screaming warriors, annoying but potentially useful. I have another question. General Keela sits at her desk, which has been carried out here and set on the gravel. It is covered with maps and scrolls. The general and her work bake in the sun. Tell me about the Vol Gates. The Owen have taken them, I believe. They think that we are coming to help the Mosca crush their rebellion. They are foolishly trying to keep us out. When they are gone, I trust the gates will be empty and ready for the Vol to return. Are we here to help the Mosca crush their rebellion? That is up to you. When you have a treaty in place in the Vol, I will accept your orders to enforce it. You think it will be restaffed in time? Of course. Trade with Haven is very profitable. Many in the Vol will want it resumed once the war has ended. I'd like some advice about taming the Vol. Of course, Queen Sharon selected me because my expertise might be useful. Based on my past campaigns, I can describe the steps those in your position usually follow to get a vassal to obey a treaty they signed. You are, however, the prince. It will be your decision whether to take my humble advice or not. How should I begin? We can do nothing until we can re-enter the Vol. Our vassal has sealed the gates. This is an intolerable insult to Haven. Our mages are working to break open the entry gate. Once it is open, you'll be able to pass through and enter the Vol. Who is inside the fort? Brigands, I believe. Robbers and other parasites. The Vol abandoned this fort, so they took it over. Our scouts say they have left all sorts of traps inside. Your mother, the Queen, assured me that you'd be fully equipped to deal with them. What if some Vol attack me? It will be your decision. If I were you, however, I would respond to any attack with instant, overwhelming, decisive force. Why am I going through? You have all the soldiers. For once, she looks nervous. The Queen gave me orders. They were very clear. Until you have a treaty in place with some force in the Vol, and until I can use my limited forces to decisively enforce it, I am not to cross the border. I only have 300 soldiers. That is not enough to pacify all of the Vol. Not unless you can find us an ally in their lands. What do you think of the Vol? Oh. Alright, that's all for now, thanks. Alright, so next time when we play... Whoa, there's an explosion to the south. A pair of Haven wizards have unleashed a formidable wave of raw energy. Moments later, bars of the iron gate start to twist, creating a wide opening. They walk off happily, satisfied with the job well done. The way into the Vol gates, and thus the Vol is open. Awesome. Next time, we will head through the Vol and... Oh, did I just load? Wait, let me check my history. Dang. I did just load. So we've got to record that. We've got to record that. we go. All right, F3. There we go. Okay, so next time we will head to the Vol and see what's going on and explore that region and try to make some decisions and such about what to do here. So I want to thank you guys for joining me. I hope you're enjoying the Let's Play and all this good stuff. It's going to be a lot of fun. I may even head back up and try to explore more of our lands, capture more forts and stuff, and get more resources going that way. But thank you so much for watching. Much love, peace, and joy, guys. Stay tuned for much more. Queen's Wish now in full screen resolution. Catch you later, guys. So long.